time has finally come for me to answer probably the most asked question on all of YouTube. What camera do you use? And before we get started with this video, if you do not care about cameras and you have no interest in learning about cameras, just go ahead and skip this video entirely because you're not going to gain anything from this. I'm going to sound like I'm talking gibberish. So if you're not interested in cameras, skip the video. See me on Friday. I'll have another video. Anyway, with that being said, this is what's in my camera bag. This is what I use to make all of my videos. Also, I just want to say that the camera that you buy does not make you a good or bad filmmaker. It's what you do with the camera that matters more, but I like what this camera gives me and I like what I do with it. To prove my point, I'm filming this video on an iPhone 6S. A lot of people have iPhones, so that's something in your pocket that you can use to make videos. I usually use that to film if I'm just kind of in the moment, like the rain at the skate park video. I really had no plan of filming at the skate park, but I had my phone there and I was ready. Also, the tripod that it's on is a Magnus VT4000. It does what I needed to. After breaking my cheaper tripod, I knew I needed something a little bit stronger. Alright, so moving on. I think audio is the problem in this video, and that's because I am not using this. This is like a standard, just shotgun mic that I got off of B&H. If you look up Audio-Technica shotgun mic, it's going to be the one that costs $53. So I use this for pretty much every single video I film. That's why you can't hear as well on for this video, so I'm sorry for that. Yeah, it's a pretty good shotgun mic. I used it in whip intervention.
Why are we at Hayden's? You said you wanted to film at your house. And where's my food?
I'm at Hayden's backyard. I must have misspoke.
And to go along with that, this is an audio extension cord. This is what I used in whip intervention or any other skit where I need to take the mic off the camera. If I'm not pointing the camera at myself, I'll have the camera locked down on a tripod and a mic closer. That helps a lot, because if you just use the mic on the camera way over there, you would not hear as well. And I think you're getting a good example of that in this video. This is a Joby Gorillapod. I'm sure a lot of you who are interested in watching this video know what this is. Casey Neistat is well known for using these when he vlogs, and this is exactly what I use when I vlog. Like a day in the life, I just need something that's all in one, not really big or clunky to carry around. So it can be like a selfie stick or just any tripod how you need it. You can just use the bendy legs to do whatever you want with it. So yeah, I use this a lot. Probably the most used thing I have in my camera bag. I use the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs. The reason I got these instead of using the Apple EarPods is because this is going to give you a lot more accurate sound profile when you're mixing audio. So I'll know exactly what videos sound like on this and what I need to do to make the video sound better. So as you know, the past few videos have been filmed on the GoPro Hero 5 Black. Really great GoPro. It's probably the best GoPro on the market right now. It's got an LCD screen on the back so you can easily see what you're shooting. Waterproof as it is, 4K to 30 frames a second, 1080 to 120 frames a second, so really good slow-mo. And as far as storage, I have two Lexar micro SD cards, one 32 gigabyte and one 16 gigabyte. Sticking with GoPro, we have this giant selfie stick. So if you're gonna get a selfie stick, I recommend getting it by itself and spending about 30 bucks on it, because ones you'll get in like a giant bundle, they usually are not very strong and will like fall over on themselves. So if you're gonna get a selfie stick, get one that has a locking mechanism like this. I usually use this when I'm getting low angles when filming lines at the skate park. That's when I use this the most. Two GoPro Hero 5 Black batteries, and the reason I stuck with two is because basically it's just an endless loop of charging, using, charging, using. This 32 gigabyte flash drive is something I literally found on the bus coming home from school, and I just kept it. It's USB Type 3. I don't know what it's called, but it's 32 gigabytes. I have a bunch of SD cards. I have two 4 gigabyte cards. These are mostly used for photos or really quick videos I can do in like one take. Then I have a 1 gigabyte SD card. I use this mainly just for taking photos. 16 gigabyte Lexar. This I use for pretty much the majority of videos I film on my channel, because None of them really go past 16 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte. These are videos that take multiple days to film, like whip intervention or snowshoe vlogs, where I'm not in a position to really import in between takes. So I'll use this 64 gig for big projects like that. Actually, this has a video on it right now. Let's talk filters real quick. I only have 3 filters and they're all for one lens. This one, really simple. It's just a piece of glass and they call it a UV filter. I haven't seen any benefit from using this. Also, this filter, I have no idea what it does. It's purple. Last filter is a polarizer. The main purpose of a polarizer is basically to just have colors pop and to have reflections kind of diminish. The first lens I ever used and the lens that came with this camera is the 18 to 55 millimeter f3.5 to 5.6. If you don't know what those letters and numbers mean, it covers all the major focal lengths from 18 to 55. That's going to give you medium wide to medium telephoto. I use this a lot, probably the most out of all of these lenses. It's got auto and manual focus. It's not very good in the dark. It's a great lens, great all-around lens, and very, very cheap. Like usually you can just buy this with the DSLR and it'll just be there on the camera. Nothing wrong with this lens, but it also just doesn't do anything exceptionally well. Moving on to the second lens I ever bought. This is a prime lens, so it does not zoom. It is a 50 millimeter 1.8, so it's going to give you a very shallow depth of field. It's really good in low light, and it's probably the most cinematic lens I've ever used. The really short skate film was shot mostly on this, and I like it a lot. It's manual and autofocus, and it's just got the focus ring. It's really great, really small, and really affordable too. I like it a lot. Moving on to the third lens. This is the newest lens I have. This is a Tokina 11 to 16 millimeter. It is really big and really wide. So this is what I use to film vlogs. If I'm pointing the camera at my face, it's going to get my whole face in the shot. And at f2.8, you're going to get a really good shallow depth of field. So the Q&A was shot on this, and basically any vlog where I'm standing in my room is shot on this. The Day in the Life 4 was mostly shot on this thing. Really great lens, really great for vlogging, and that's about it. The photos to take with this, you're going to have to get like really up close, but it's a beautiful lens. It shoots really great. I love shooting videos with it. And yeah, batteries that I use are just 2 Nikon batteries. Always get name brand, and I'm not trying to sound like a stuck-up person when I say this, but off-brand batteries are pretty dangerous. They're gonna mess up your camera if they're not like perfect. So get name brand, it's worth the extra money. Alright, so moving on to the reason you clicked on this video. This is the camera that I use to film pretty much all of my videos. Oh yeah! Wow, it's really small. Here it is. Nikon D5100 DSLR. But here it is, guys. Oh my. This is the Nikon D5100 DSLR. It's crop sensor. It's got a flip screen. That's a huge selling point if you want to vlog on YouTube. Get a flip screen, because when you're holding a camera, you can see the shot and frame it up accordingly. I really like this camera. It does a lot for me. The camera body really doesn't matter when you're choosing DSLRs. It's mainly just the lenses that'll give you the majority of the image quality, but I like this camera. I shoot most of the photos on it as well. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys later.